Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. Today we are going to be making these super fun little fabric bowls. I've got them in 2 different styles and you can really make these any size you want and customize them to fit your needs. They're super easy, so let's go ahead and get started. Here's what you're going to need. So here's what you're gonna need for this fun project. Just some of your basic sewing supplies that I always have on hand. Some Wonder Clips are helpful. Here are the cute little bins that we're gonna be making. So this one I made with a 5 by 5 inch square and a 4.5 inch batting. This one is the 7 by 7 inch square and a 6.5 inch batting, and that's what I did here. So you just need a outer and a lining fabric. Just make sure they're the same size. These are both 7 inch squares. And then you're gonna need some fusible fleece or batting, and that is gonna be a 1/2 inch smaller. So this is going to be 6.5 inch square, and that's all we need for this project. So let's go ahead and get started sewing. So I'm going to just set my lining aside, and I'm going to take my outer fabric and just place it right side down on my table, and then I'm going to place my fusible fleece sticky side or glue side down as well, like that. And you'll notice there is just about 1/4 inch on all 4 sides around. Then we're going to fuse our batting on to our outside fabric per the manufacturer's directions. And for mine, it's no steam, and then you just leave it on, press it for about 10 or so seconds in each spot, and fuse that batting right on to your fabric. And you'll know that it's fused and ready to go when you can no longer separate your fabric from your batting. So there we go. I think it's nice and adhered. Next, we're going to take our lining and we're going to place it right side down on top of our square. And then we're going to take this to the sewing machine and we're just going to sew all the way around, leaving about a 2 inch opening. I'm going to backstitch at my stop and start, and we're just going to leave this 2 inch opening so we can turn it right side out. And I'm going to go ahead and flip it over so that I can see my seam line. And I'm just going to sew right along the edge of my batting. Next, I am going to just snip off these corners, and you just want to make sure to cut it close, but don't cut in to your stitch line. And that's just going to help our corners really pop out. I'm going to do that on all 4 corners. Next, I'm going to grab my hair marker, and I'll just use that to help me turn this right side out. So you're going to turn it through your hole, through your opening, and just be gentle. And I just kind of start with the lining and keep going. Next, I'm going to take my hair marker and I will go ahead and just pop those corners out. So now for this opening, I'm just going to press in these edges about 1/4 inch. They should kind of naturally go that way as well. And I'll just put a clip on there just to hold it in place. I'm going to take it over to my ironing board and just give it a really good press. And then we're going to take it to our sewing machine and sew all the way around just with about 1/8 inch seam allowance. So now comes the fun part. We're going to make our little basket. So I'm going to take one of the corners here and just fold this up just like right into a triangle, like so. And we're going to line up the open end right along this line on my mat here, and then 1 inch in I'm going to make a line, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little clip on there to hold that in place. I'm going to turn it and do the same thing on this other corner, again lining up my open end on my cutting mat, and then 1 inch in I'm going to make a mark. I'll just place the clip there as well. Okay, so there's our first 2 corners. Now we're going to take it and we're going to fold it in half the opposite direction, doing the exact same thing. So line up our open edge on our ruler here, our mat, and draw a line for that one, and then repeat that for this corner. And I'm just doing a 1 inch deep bowl here. You can of course do a little bit of a deeper bowl if you like. You can do 1.5 inches in. It's totally up to you. Once you clip these in place right here, you can kind of open it up and see how your little bowl is going to be. So if you wanted it deeper, you could absolutely do that at this point. So I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew directly on these lines on all 4 corners, back stitching at my stops and starts. All right, next I'm going to take my iron and I'm just going to press off my friction erasable marks on there and trim all of my little threads. Do that one. And this stuff comes off like magic, so it's so much fun. Okay, and then I'm going to press this out. I'm also going to just go ahead and press these edges. It will help just give our bowl some better structure. Just like so. Okay, now you could be done right here, or you can do what I've done and just fold those edges in like a little gift wrap and just sew right along these edges to seal those off. So I would fold them both in going the same direction. I think for this bowl, I will leave these out just like this. Just kind of press those like that so they look kind of cute. So here are all these adorable little bowls, and they're perfect for holding all of your little stash. I've got wonder clips in one, my safety pins in one, and I think this one will be perfect for holding all of my little alpha bitties. So that is it for today's tutorial. I hope you have fun with this project. Make them any size you like and really customize and make your sewing room super cute and fun. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. These little fabric bowls are so fun and easy to make. They literally could not be any easier. I think they'd also be a super cute addition to like a little gift basket. Put some notions in there, make a fun little fabric bowl to go along with it, and I just think they're just so cute. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps me out, and leave me a comment below letting me know what you would put in these cute little fabric bowls. I'm about to go make about 10 or so more of these so that I can just decorate my whole sewing room. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.